Calculations complete. The S.A.M equation has been derived. Now running the experience. Welcome back to the S.A.M experience. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I already know Sam is not having a good one, so why don't we get into that?
Oh, man, it's the same as usual. Can you guess what that means?
Schoolwork?
Of course, man. It's got a lot of homework to do before 12 noon tomorrow. So, actually,
Wait,
after we record this episode, man, I'm on the grind all night.
Like it's due tomorrow night at 12 or
No,
tonight at
no,
12?
due noon tomorrow, so like afternoon. So,
Okay. Because I was about to say, if it's due tonight at 12, you are not making
yeah,
it.
if it's due
'Cause
tonight
we
at 12, we're
record
just
the
gonna let that one
podcast
go.
at 10.
Nashville.
Sometimes you just
What
gotta
class
take
is it
that.
for?
It's for database system design, so it's not like
Ugh.
it's not like gonna be hard stuff. It's gonna be like a lot of reading and a lot of just a lot of writing. Nothing crazy.
That ain't it.
We could tackle it. It's easier than my other class.
Dang. Imagine taking summer courses.
I know, dude.
AJ, can you believe that?
I mean, I took my fair share of summer courses, as we discussed last time.
Oh, what a trap.
I
Yeah, they
never
are.
did any summer courses.
So wait, your official, the regular semester's done, right? You're on summer courses
Yeah,
now?
we're on summer part 2. We already took summer part 1, and now I'm taking summer part 2.
I see.
Dude, college is a wild ride, but we shouldn't talk about that. We've talked about college like every episode.
And see, that's why you should never ask me if I'm doing bad, because it's always college related, and that's where the conversation will go.
See, and this is why I'm so skeptical to go back to school. Because, no, I'm being serious, Sam. You're laughing, but I really am. Like, I just don't.
Oh, I'm laughing because it's true.
It's, yeah. We got to get off this. We got to move on.
All right, Max. Tell me about your day, bro. Let's see what's going on.
Today, like, work was, like, real boring. I just sat around. This whole week has been, like, super slow. My job, I can only go out and, like, do the outside testing 3 days out of the 5. I can't do it on Monday and Friday for a reason that I won't disclose, because you can probably figure out what kind of engineering I actually do. But I had to deal with beach traffic both times, and on the way down to testing this week, because I did 1 day of testing, a car blew up. Like Fast and Furious style, a car blew up like in front of me.
Oh.
It wasn't like directly in front of me. I was just driving, and then we all stopped on the highway. Nobody around, and all I see is just in the distance, it's just this plume of smoke. And it's a 3-lane highway that they brought down to 1 lane to let us all through. And this was at like 8:30, and I was maybe a football field away from it, and it took me until 9 o'clock to get out of it. It was rough. But at least I got to listen to the radio, which is a plus.
What are you listening to these days, Max? Still the pop stations?
I try not to listen to any pop stations anymore because it just makes me big sad.
Oh.
Honestly, it's just really whatever the person left on the radio. Because the van I take is just like the communal van that anybody can sign out. And you just find just the randomest stuff in there. Like, one time I found a burger underneath the seat.
Did you eat it, dude?
No, I didn't know how long it was sitting there. It was a
Max.
McDonald's burger. So, like, when I opened it, I was like, I don't know if this is brand new or this is months old. There's no way of telling.
Max, you're skipping out on gains.
That's not gains, dude. That's a dirty bulk. But before we get into dirty bulks,
The dirty bulk.
let's talk about freaking Arby's.
All right, let's just talk about Arby's.
Okay, so in the location I was at, there was a Rofo, and then there was an Arby's, right? I finished my test, and I was like, all right, I got to go hit the Rofo to drop a big old P, right? Capital P. I pulled in to the Rofo, and of course, every spot was taken. everybody parked half crooked in the spot, so I couldn't fit this massive van in there. And all the spots said 15 minutes or less parking. And I wanted to eat my lunch after I peed. So I went across the parking lot into the Arby's parking lot because they were like connected. I am baffled by how many people were in this Arby's. I'm talking the line was out the door. There was a drive-through line was wrapping around the parking lot. But there was one open parking spot. So I sat there and I watched people go in and out of this Arby's for 30 minutes. Non-stop, people coming in and out. And it wasn't like Arby's was the only restaurant in the area. There was there was fast food places all up and down this strip.
But everybody had to get their meats.
I don't understand though, because like Arby's isn't good.
I don't know. They advertise a shit ton though.
Oh, they really do.
Like,
I was really hoping that would get Sam to be triggered a little bit.
No.
But I honestly think he only picked Arby's to win that food battle.
I mean, it was like the middle of the road safest answer. It's not all that great, but it's not all that bad. It's like it's good enough, dude. It'll keep you going.
I think it has enough variety to like to like keep it interesting. Like, you know, if you go to Burger King or Wendy's, you know what you're getting every time.
Yeah.
Arby's,
And a lot of places, right? They'll have like a vast menu, but only 10% of it is good. Arby's has enough of the menu that's at least like average or above. Then I'm like, okay, I could do this forever.
like,
You see, I've never eaten Arby's and been like, this is average or above. I've always been, why did I pick this for my dirty ball?
so wait, did you get Arby's this time?
No, I'm still on a cut. Like, I couldn't even eat that.
Oh, so
I just sat and ate my salad in the parking lot.
Oh, I see. And you just watch the people like hoard.
Yeah. There is this one Rofo I really like to stop at, but I try not to eat anything until 12:30. And it was 12 when I was passing it, so I was like, all right, I'll go to the next Rofo.
So why can't you eat till 12? Because it's cut season?
Just like I try to eat in a window. I try to only eat in between 12:30 and 8:30. It's kind of like my 8-hour window.
But you wake up like
just
mad early.
Yeah.
So what do you do with yourself in the morning?
Just do my thing.
Do you not get hungry?
Not until about 11.
I guess that
Even
just,
if I
well, I mean,
go ahead.
that's just a test to your routine then, like that you've just sort of like trained yourself and your body to be cool with that.
Yeah, like you don't need breakfast.
I don't
I'll
know.
eat breakfast
know
on my
about
cheat
that.
days just to maximize the amount of calories I'm going to consume.
Because
And I mainly just eat breakfast foods on my cheat day. But like you don't really need to eat breakfast,
I disagree.
in my opinion.
I disagree. I gotta have a bowl of oatmeal every morning, right? This is like on a work day. I gotta have a bowl of oatmeal, and then and that's at like I would say 6:45 to 7 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and then by like 10:30, I'm already like fiending for a sandwich,
Yeah,
my dude.
preach on, AJ.
It's true. Like I keep this I have a thing from Costco. I have their giant container of peanut butter filled pretzels, and then I really try not to dive into them, but like 10 o'clock I'm like grabbing a handful and stuffing it in my pocket because I'm like I gotta hold out another hour.
Yeah, pretzel pockets.
We might be the same person, I think, dude. 'Cause
Well-
I gotta eat before I leave.
Yeah.
And then I have like my mid-morning, like an hour or two before lunch snack to hold me over. Then you gotta have lunch, and if I miss either my like mid-morning snack or I miss my my breakfast on a work day, I'm questioning my will to live, my will to take this job, my will to participate in the workforce by lunch. Like
It's
it's
devastating.
just it's no good.
It just sounds like you guys aren't eating big enough meals.
Well, yeah, but like I also don't want to like slam a giant meal in the morning. Like I can't even keep my eyes open. So like
Yeah.
throwing like a packet of oatmeal into a bowl with some hot water and a cup of coffee, like that's enough. But like then work starts and I can't eat anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like
You just got to eat a massive meal during lunch.
Well, how do you make it to
Like, what's a
lunch,
typical
though?
lunch?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly, Sam. How do you
Just
Meg,
water.
What?
Just drink some water. It'll be good.
Just fill up my
The
stomach
first
with water?
week, just the first week is rough of trying to adjust to that schedule of
No.
not eating until 12:30. But after that, you're just like, okay.
I'm still with Sam on this.
What is he saying? I don't understand.
Yeah, Max, you're kind of fake news, my man. Like I can feel my blood pressure, my blood sugar.
You're just
like,
not
plummeting.
eating enough during your 2 meals.
Well, those aren't my only 2 meals during the day. I usually have a really large dinner.
Yeah.
So that's 3
You got to have a
meals.
large lunch.
Well,
You got to have 2 big meals.
No, and I'll tell you why you can't have a huge lunch. Because if you have a huge lunch, you get the itis, and you're ready to pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you want.
No, it isn't, dude. I literally.
You don't want to work at work?
If I eat too.
What?
If I eat too much at work, I'm gonna like pass out. Like I usually need to counter it with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, so slam a coffo back.
Oh my god, this. Max, I think
Honestly,
what? Go
you
ahead.
got to just do what you want to do.
That's true.
If you guys think you need to eat in the morning, you got to eat in the morning. It's just what it be. I just don't think you need to eat in the morning.
So Max, I think this is a good segue into one of our main topics today,
Yeah,
which
dirty
is
bulking.
which is the dirty bulk. Now, Sam, are you familiar with this concept, or should we lay it out?
I'm familiar with the concept, but I think we should lay it out for just a little bit anyway
For the people?
for the people.
All right. Max, you
So-
were the one who coined this term, correct?
No,
No?
I've taken this from a whole bunch of bodybuilders.
Oh, okay. So it's a word used in the bodybuilding community.
Yeah, there's like 3 phases to weightlifting, right? And it mainly just revolves around your diet. There's cutting, there's maintaining, and then there's bulking. Cutting is typically done towards the summer months. Like you usually start it kind of like a little after the holidays, like maybe a month or 2 after the holidays, and you lessen your calorie intake and your macro intake each week in order to lose weight and get shredded for the summer, so you look good during the summer.
What's macros?
Macros is like your total like number of carbs, proteins, and fats you need to consume.
Okay, so slightly different from calories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typically you have like a calorie goal, and then you have to fit your macros within that calorie goal.
Okay. So
And your
it's-
macros can be like, I do, I think it's 60-20-20. So it's 60% proteins, 20% carbs, and 20% fats. That's like my split.
how
in grams.
How closely do you monitor that?
I weigh my stuff. So like I weigh everything out.
Well, I guess
Like
that,
for instance, because I'm cutting right now, so my snack is 28 almonds, which is a serving, which is exactly 28 almonds. 28 grams of almonds is 28 almonds. But I'll pull a scale out, and I have a little Tupperware container that I put 28 almonds in.
well that
like-
kind of works really well with the whole meal prepping thing then, because you know exactly what you're doing.
Yep. So that's cutting, right? So you try to get it as muscular as possible. You reduce your calorie intake so your muscles look better. Maintaining is you like how you look, and you just maintain your macros and carbs. You don't overeat. You don't do any of that stuff. You just kind of stick to your intake. You're not cutting or adding.
I see.
Bulking is when you increase your macros in order to get bigger, which makes you look fatter, but it makes you stronger. So in those winter months, you're trying to gain mass, so when you cut, you look even better.
So you're like a bear going in for hibernation.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you're still putting up massive weight. You should be putting up more when you're bulking than when you're cutting, because you should have more strength now that you're fatter.
Oh, when you're saying putting up weight, you mean at the gym?
Yeah, at the gym, you should be throwing up massive hundo pounders.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I just bought a 15-pound free weight.
Oh,
I was at Target buying something completely unrelated, and then I saw it was like, I don't know, they had like a fitness sale thing. So I was like, all right, I could use that. I'm not even going to the gym anymore, so I might as well do this while I'm sitting around, at home
Hit some
doing
curls
nothing.
for the girls.
Yeah, curls for the girls, Max. There you go.
Maybe you can get a little shoulders like boulders. Anyways,
Anyway,
dirty bulking is the act of when you not worry about your macros and you don't worry about consuming good things. You consume everything. If it's green, you flush it down. If it's from Taco Bell, you buy it by the pound.
Beautiful.
I see. So it's at all costs just intake as much as you can for whatever you can afford, basically.
Yep. Most weightlifters immediately go into dirty bulking when they're amateurs, when they first start, because they think calories equal gains.
So,
but it's a little bit more complicated than that.
well, right, okay, because it's like the marble from SpongeBob, right? Where you got to have the marble to begin with in order to sculpt the statue, right? Yep. Like if you're not,
I'm gonna be honest with you, that just flew right over my head.
okay. Sam,
I don't think I watched that episode of SpongeBob.
How have you never seen that episode of SpongeBob, Max?
I don't think I've seen it either, actually.
This is the one with Bold and Brash? Come on. Are you serious?
I know Bold and Brash because I had a buddy who used to paint them for $15 on Etsy.
Wait, but you're shitting my pants right now, both of you.
I am indeed pooping in your pants.
This is like a top, like...
You don't know who Rob Schneider is. You can't be you're shitting your pants because you haven't seen this obscure SpongeBob
Rob
episode.
Schneider is a nobody compared to
He's
SpongeBob.
An icon.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Max, he lives in a pineapple under the goddamn ocean.
I think it's C, because I've seen that intro bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now you know SpongeBob. Now you know it.
Okay,
All
so
right.
SpongeBob is cool. Like, I've seen a lot of SpongeBob episodes. I just don't think I've seen that one.
It's like a top 10 episode. Like,
Is
I'm
that
not
the
even
one
kidding.
where Squidward finds Squidtopia, but then he realizes that it's not as beautiful as it seems?
No, that's another great episode, though. Those are two. This is where, like, I think Squidward, for whatever reason, ends up in, like, night class, and he goes to, like, art class, and he's trying to, like, learn, to hone his artistic skills. And, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's worth watching.
SpongeBob's been out for, like, 20 years. You can spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just saying Bold and Brash makes an appearance in that episode. It's iconic. Anyway, what are we talking about? Dirty bulks?
We're talking about dirty bulking.
Dirty bulk gains? All right.
Yeah.
More importantly, though. Oh, okay, go ahead. You continue on the dirty bulk. Lay down the concept.
So you just basically eat whatever you want.
Right. Okay.
And me and Sam did a dirty bulk when we first started weightlifting.
That's why you guys were at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell and Hardee's. Hardee's was a banger.
I thought it was called Carl Jr.'s.
That's if you're on the West Coast.
Are they the same thing?
They were they're like kind of the same thing.
Because whenever I see commercials, it's always like go to your Hardee's or Carl Jr.'s.
They were originally two restaurants, and then I think it was either Hardy or Carl's Jr. purchased them, so they like fused into one.
Wait, it's Carl's Jr. or Carl Jr.'s?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I just know Hardee's because it's like the one I'm close to.
You ever been to a Checkers?
No.
You ever been to a Crystal?
No.
You ever been to a Cookout?
No.
Sam?
It's like the cookout, like the neighborhood cookout, or like what are we talking?
No, no, the fast food place in the South.
Oh, well, no.
Well, okay. Anyway, let's just move on from that. That's the dirty bulk, Max. Is there anything you want to add?
For the dirty bulk?
Yeah, I mean, is there any other concepts?
Oh yeah, when I first started like really weightlifting, because I was a fat boy when I was in high school. I was when I first went into high school, I was 140 pounds. Midway through my junior year, I was 230.
How'd that happen?
Big drinking a soda and playing,
Go ahead.
video games.
Max, you could say it here.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth.
Max, have I ever told you that you and my good friend Andrew Katz have a very similar story arc? I've definitely told
Really?
you this before, right? Like
Mm,
both of you had like like pretty average high school up until like well regular school, and then you got to high school, and then all of a sudden you discovered like sugary beverages and video games, and then
oh,
all of
I
a
don't think
sudden,
I had a.
what's up?
Oh, good.
No, go
I don't
ahead.
really think I had a very average school
Well,
going up into high school.
I'm generalizing here. I meant like in terms of like basically everything past high school, you had just like this glow up period where you just decided to get like ripped as hell just for the sake
Yeah.
of it, is what I mean.
Well, I got skinny because my friend said I was fat,
Interesting.
and I was like, I can't do that. I can't be that.
You took it personally,
Yeah, I guess so. I just wanted to prove him wrong.
Max. This is now the second time in your life that you've revealed to us you've done something because somebody said you could or could not, or just said something to you in
Yeah,
general, and you turned around on that and said, "Okay, I'm just gonna change my entire life."
that's basically what it is, but it never pans out. Like nobody ever notices. Like the person who says, "Hey, you're this," and then I change that, they never notice. So there's no point.
Do you even talk to that person who originally said it?
No, not really.
That's so interesting.
Based.
Kind of
Um,
based.
yeah, but I was 230. I started running around in my basement, running up and down the stairs, throwing up my 20-pound dumbbells, and I dropped down to 160 my senior year, working out 7 days a week in the basement. And then I started going to the gym after I went on a cruise because the cruise ship had a gym on the ship.
Ooh.
And I was like, I got to get one of these at home. So I got a gym membership. Sam joined me. And then I was like, Sam, we should be eating Taco Bell. Because the Taco Bell was like right next to the gym. So we would go to Taco Bell, dirty bulk. And then I looked like a deer tick. I just blew up. I got fat after running 2 miles a day and lifting weights 6 days a week. And just still fat. And I couldn't realize why. And then I was like, oh, you got to like diet.
Yeah, the Taco Bell was yeah,
Not a good look.
doing you dirty.
You roll the dice every leg day.
Anyway, Max.
Oh, and what did that refer to, Max?
You know, Sam, you got to. Is this a fart or am I going
Yeah.
home early?
One of the many dangers of the dirty bulk.
Dirty bulk. The dirty bulk is just so beautiful.
I think
Because
it
it's
is.
like you giving up on life and you're just like, I'm going to eat whatever the fuck I want.
Well,
It's just.
but it has
epic.
a goal in the end. You know, you're putting again back to the marble analogy, right? You got to have substance there to work with, so you can chisel yourself into the final product, right? Like if you don't have the block of marble in the first place, you can't ever get to the statue that you want to be.
My thought is you can sculpt that statue as long as you want to do. But if you have bad marble, you ain't going to get nothing. And if you consume,
True.
if you dirty bulk the whole time, you ain't going to get
You
nothing.
got bad marble.
You got bad marble. It's going to be so hard to cut that off.
Yeah.
Because you're just eating saturated fat.
So like,
But damn, is that saturated fat good? Go ahead,
like
Sam.
the sculptor analogy, right? It's actually like you're providing the sculptor with all the wrong material, and then wondering why they can't sculpt you a masterpiece.
Okay, so you're just sending them like some crappy like sandstone when they're looking for marble.
Yeah, a guy asks you for clay and you give him cow manure, and then
Oh.
he tries his best anyway. But like, bro, working out, right? All right, so like for real, anybody listening to this, dude, our 200 fans out there, we love you all. If you guys ever
Shout out.
decide to get into working out, so much of working out is really having a proper diet. Like probably like 70% is having the proper diet. You still need to go to the gym and put in the time, because if you don't put in the time, you can never turn what you're getting into muscle or whatever you're trying to do. But you really do need to have that proper diet on top of that.
Unless you're taking steroids.
That too, yes, you can indeed shortcut the process. Which
Max, are there any drawbacks for steroids?
Have you guys ever heard of Rich Piana?
Didn't his heart explode?
Yeah, from cocaine.
That was unrelated to the.
Yeah, that's unrelated to the steroids.
Completely unrelated. No conclusion has
completely
ever
unrelated.
been drawn. We have a steroid-related sponsor coming up in our next couple of episodes, and we would once again like to point out how unrelated those two incidents were.
Max,
There is an issue though, Sam.
What's that?
We lost all our sponsors.
No.
Oh.
Did they?
I had about a 45-minute phone call with Bobby. He was gonna do the steroid sponsor this week.
Yeah.
But he just said you supported the mouse, so you can't.
Oh no!
But did the mouse at least call us back after our support last week?
No.
Wow. I'll make it up to
No,
Bobby.
The mouse told us to go fuck off.
I'll make it up to Bobby, and we love the mouse, but I'll make it up to Bobby somehow.
No, we don't love the mouse. Anyway, going
Max,
back
what was
steroids.
what was Rich Piana famous for? Was that one video that you sent me, Max?
Rich Piana is famous for the 10-hour arm workout. But he's also famous for being the most upfront fitness personality on YouTube. He completely admitted to taking steroids. He had this series called 30 Pounds in 30 Days, which he was going to try to gain 30 pounds before a show. 30 pounds of muscle. And he was showing everybody what steroids he was taking and the dosages. And this dude was huge. He was big steroiding. But he had this video called the 10-hour arm workout. And during this video, he played the music called the Natty Anthem, which is what his fans called it since he's obviously not natural. And it is the best song of our generation.
So, but wait, even though, like, you know, youths, like aspiring bodybuilders were watching this guy, and he was just blatantly taking steroids, he still had supporters?
Wait,
Yeah, because everybody's doing steroids in that community.
And if you're being upfront about it, you know, that's not really like a huge problem with that. I personally would say. I don't know how everyone else feels about that.
So you're saying the ends justify the means?
No. But I'm saying if you market yourself as the kind of person who does that specific content, you know, like if you're if you're looking at somebody who's doing steroid content, you can't be mad at them for doing steroids per se.
I guess because he never denied it in the first place. He was just like, yeah, I'm doing roids. Like,
he's not really presenting it as something natural per se.
And that was why he was so beautiful in the fitness industry, was because he was the only one to be like, yeah, I'm 100% taking steroids. Yes, everyone else that says that they're natural in this industry are taking steroids. All your favorite freaking superheroes, all those actors are taking steroids. Everybody's roiding up. And if you want to look like them, you roid up. It's basically what he told everybody.
Damn.
And it was so beautiful. And that's why everybody was like, we fucking love this guy.
And then what happened?
Then his mail order bride left him, and then he did a whole bunch of cocaine in his hotel room and died.
Jeez.
Oh.
But
live hard and leave behind a beautiful corpse, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he did live hard. 10-hour arm workout hard. Imagine going to the gym, walking in at 8 a.m. and leaving at 6 p.m.
This guy's a legend. I love it.
I can't remember exactly how it was split up, but every 30 minutes you switched from arms or from buys to triceps, and you drank a protein shake.
Wait, so he drank multiple protein shakes while he was there?
Oh yeah, that's all you ate while you were there. You were just drinking protein shakes like a mad lad.
How do you get down more than one protein shake in one sitting, dude? Those things were brutal.
Well, it depends on how you make them.
That's true. I'm just talking like the standard, milk and powder or whatever.
Oh, they're doing water and powder, or they're just throwing powder back.
Bro, that's just like sludge.
Yep. Yep. You just get it down, baby. Like right now I've been doing 3 scoops of protein and 12 ounces of milk because I like it thick. I like it like concrete, like I'm eating at the Waffle House. And goddamn, are those good. Anyways, that's a dirty bulk.
I love it. Wait, one more thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
I did mention that I have my 15-pound little, starter weight thing. What do you think? Say I'm sitting here at my desk, doing nothing of interest, Say I've got time to kill. What is an effective quick little, I guess, set of something I could do?
I would think concentration curls and single arm French press would be. You're hitting your bis and tris that way.
What about the?
Probably your forearms.
What about the one where you kind of like hold it behind your back and behind your head and like lift it up?
A single arm French press.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, well there you go. We're on the same page then.
You just got to make sure that your tricep is straight while you're doing it. Like your actual arm is basically parallel with your head.
Yeah, your upper arms, and then you kind of just flex your lower arms out.
No. So you want your arm itself, like your actual. I guess it really depends on how you view your upper and lower.
Okay, well I'll look at an example.
Your forearm should be moving.
Right, that's what. Yeah.
And your actual bis and tris should be perpendicular, parallel with your head.
Okay.
Look at that. Sam was pretty good at those.
Yeah.
I like those. I'm a fan. Back when you had me at the gym, Max, there was, we talked at length about all the stuff that I did pretty much. And there were certain things that I liked and disliked. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Sam was a master of those French boys.
Dude, Sam could pick up any exercise and just do it with no training. It was so wild to me.
He's just built for it.
Yeah, Sam's just built different. Like, I've practiced deadlifts for so long. Sam comes in, first day doing deadlifts, hitting the same numbers I am.
Dude, that's just
Like 60 pounds lighter than me.
But could he move his arms the next day?
We don't need
Probably,
to talk about
right?
that.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, when me and Sam first started working out, I don't think I was like ever really sore because I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So
when we first, it really only hurts for like the first week or so. After that, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, you got to keep on switching your workout constantly.
gotta feel the burn.
We were just doing the same thing every day.
Well, Max, what about leg day? And
The only day?
Well, what happens if you skip leg day?
Execution, typically.
What about the leg?
Actually, this is an interesting story. I really like to not put music on, but put my headphones in. So, like, people just talk around me and I can hear them.
Oh, so they think you're listening to something, but you're not.
Yeah, it was a classic move I used all throughout college. Just had headphones in and didn't say anything.
Well, that's great because then people don't come up to you and talk to you either. Typically.
Yep.
Typically.
But I was sitting there, I was doing skull crushers on a bench, and there was a guy standing next to me talking to a girl, and he was like, "Yeah, I've never trained legs." Like, this dude was massive, and he was like, "Yeah, and I'm really regretting it now. Like, I'm barely squatting 135." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm hitting legs twice a week, baby. Trying to get the Mondo calves." I felt so bad for the guy.
Pour one out for the home.
Dude, pour one out for the homies. Leg day was the best day. Leg day's still my favorite day.
The most boring day.
No, what leg press? You mentioned it earlier, but the risks associated with the leg press, dude.
Oh,
Think about it, dude. If you go too hard, and your tummy's not feeling right, something might happen.
Well, in squats, you're definitely gonna poop yourself if your stomach doesn't feel right. which almost happened this week. I went down and I let a fart out, and I was like, I'm going home after this one. But luckily, I was good. But I thought you were talking about like sometimes people like really bust their legs open on leg press. Like those machines where you lay down and you kind of have your legs up like in the air pushing the platform.
Yeah, you had me doing those.
I've seen people locking their knees out, and that's like the one thing you don't want to do. And I've seen videos where people lock their knees out and then they go the opposite way.
Oh God, and it like rips and tears up the muscle. Oh.
No.
Ow.
Why am I so squeamish? Why do you think I'm squeamish?
I think like every person, like humans, naturally have an inclination towards it. Because think about it, dude. If you see, like, just think about it from like basic survival, like instincts, and you see like fellow humans in varying states of like, having broken bones and cuts and gashes and wounds. Wouldn't like instinct tell you to run away from that?
Yeah, you should instinctively think this is not a good thing. I do not want to be associated with this thing.
Right. I am in.
Yeah, my caveman brain says run.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The caveman brain tells you, my fellow caveman, Blarg, just got his like arm ripped off. I think I'm gonna run very far away from this area where I don't know a saber-toothed tiger lives or some shit.
Sam, did we ever see any major gym injuries when we were working out together?
No, we came very close a couple of times, but nah.
Wait, we came close to gym injuries?
No, we saw like witness like people almost like just doing dumb stuff with their equipment. There was a time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't even remember it fully, but I'm pretty sure we've almost like dropped our own weights on ourselves a couple times though too.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I've dropped
the bar. Oh.
I've dropped a 90-pounder on my chest once. That was horrible.
Yeah. And I remember, dude, the last time I tried to do the last time I tried to go really hard on like the chest press, almost broke.
Oh, the dumbbell chest press?
Yeah. Came down a little too hard once or
Yeah.
twice. You don't want to do
Yeah,
that,
you'll fuck
especially if you're doing it with heavy
yourself up
weight.
that way.
And then the bench press, one time I tried doing that alone. I mean, you're just trying to do it alone, but you probably don't want to do your max weight on the bench press if you don't have a spotter, I'm just going to put that out there.
That's how I injured my wrist, and I never benched again.
I almost dropped it on my neck. I managed to push it down on my chest at the last moment, and then I had to roll it off me. So don't do that if you don't have a spotter.
Dude, the roll-off is so sad. The other day I saw a guy who luckily didn't have any clips on, but a weight fell off of his barbell while he was going, while he was doing bench press. And I was like, he just tore up his rotator cuffs with the barbell swinging around like that.
Oh, man.
I knew this kid who squatted lawn chair style, and I thought he was going to die.
What is lawn chair style?
Lawn chair style is where you put the weight on your back, and then you don't move your legs whatsoever. You just bend your whole torso.
No, don't do that.
Like you're a lawn chair.
What?
You will end up a lawn chair
Yeah.
if you do that.
That's so bad
Like-
for your back.
He would put like 275 on there, and he'd be like, "Let's go!"
Famous last.
And then he would get onto the bar, and he would just do a lawn chair like 3 times, and he'd put it up, and he'd be all red faced, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that was a great squat."
It's not even a squat. That's just like the back breaker. What the fuck? What the hell is
He got
that?
sponsored. Yeah, he got sponsored by this company called like Blackstone Labs, and they're like a real sketchy company that like basically sells meth.
What the?
Yeah, they're just doing
Yeah,
human body research experiments. They want to see just what can the human body put itself through before it finally breaks.
weightlifters will just put anything into their body if they think it'll make them like lift better. Like pre-workout is just unregulated energy drink essentially.
Yeah, like concentrated. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, and I see people just scooping spoonfuls into their mouth. I actually have a good pre-workout story I'll save for another day. But this dude sponsored by Blackstone Labs, he would make posts on Instagram every day trying to get people to use his discount code on Blackstone Labs.
Oh, so he was a shill.
Yeah, and he would post these videos of him doing the most horrible form workouts I've ever seen, and be like, "This is all thanks to Blackstone Labs." And I was just like, come on, dude. Don't be shilling.
Dude, I gotta say, I knew people in college who used to like fuck around with pre-workout before like parties and stuff like that because it made them bounce
Whoa.
off the ceiling. Yeah.
That's
Oh my god.
not a good thing.
No, that is not the correct usage for it. It's better than just like snorting coke, though. I mean, you know what I
Also
mean?
true.
Like,
But that's what pre-workout is.
yeah,
It's just colored cocaine.
It kind of is.
Hey, but people like to drink it, and I'm a big fan of if you like to drink it, you should drink it.
The booger sugar.
Yeah, we drinking some booger sugar out here in these streets.
Max, one final question, and to Sam as well. What is your opinion on people in the gym who just like go berserk and start like screaming and slamming shit?
I wasn't a fan of that when I was like at the gym me and Sam went to, because that was like a real chain gym. But now that I work out in what most people would call a literal rat hole, I don't care. If people are screaming and yelling and chucking weights around, I'm just like, fucking do you, boo.
Would you say you're at like an enthusiast gym as opposed to like a casual, anybody could walk in
Yeah,
gym?
I'm at like dedicated gym.
Okay, so then there you go. It's a whole different scene.
Like you have you have regulars and you don't have anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people don't come in for a little bit and then quit. Like if you're going to work out with no AC and fucking middle of the summer and no heating in the middle of the winter, you're not coming to that gym if you're going to show up once a week.
Okay, that's
hard.
a screaming environment then.
Yeah, that's a screaming environment. But if I'm at like Planet Fitness and I only have 50-pound dumbbells, I'm not. If you're screaming, I'm like, you gotta fix something here, bud.
Yeah.
I've been known to let out a little bit of a funky sang every once in a while when I'm doing a lift. Like I'll do an Arnold voice.
I think as long as you're not
It's
like
one thing, like if you need a little push at the end of a workout or at the end of a rep or something, man, all right, that's one thing. But if you're like shrieking out with every time out, don't think you should do that at like the most public gym, you know?
Yeah, like if you have 135 on the bench press and you're screaming on rep 2, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't scream.
You got to reevaluate.
Yeah, but if you have like 5 or 6 plates on each side and you're like in a fucking lifting suit and you're getting it, then I'm like, okay, you can scream.
This man's about to set a world record.
Dude, those lifting suits are so weird. Have you guys seen a lifting
Never
suit?
in my life.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I have seen people come through the Planet Fitness wearing like skinny jeans, which is
Ooh.
ridiculous.
That's got its own level of dedication, I think.
I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna forget it. There's this guy in like real tight jeans and like a cowboy hat, and he was like doing like leg workouts with the jeans on. Dude, what the hell?
Dude, you don't. I don't know about that.
No,
I
it's
think-
questionable.
I think it's definitely questionable, but if you do that, but you're actually like getting a workout in, wouldn't recommend it, but more power to you at the same time.
What is your guys' shoes attire to the gym?
That's the most garbage, beat up shoes I have available.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be driving
Okay.
those boys into the ground. Like I'm not using nice shoes for this.
Solid.
Yeah, I have nice running shoes, but those are strictly for running. So I wouldn't bring those to the gym. I'm just wearing the generic, like beat to shit, like training shoes or whatever they are.
That's solid. I've been seeing a lot of Crocs lately. A lot of flip flops.
That's
I don't know how to feel about it.
yeah, I would say at least closed-toed shoes is like the common courtesy. Not sure Crocs are appropriate at all, like ever.
Well, if they're in 4-wheel drive, maybe.
What does that mean?
You flip the back down.
Max, what does that mean?
So you had the back up, that's 2-wheel drive. You flip the back down, that's 4-wheel drive.
Are you telling me Crocs have like two parts to them?
Yeah, Crocs have this like little band that's on like two little pins that is on the side of the shoe. And if you want to just slip the Crocs on, you flip the band up. And so it's just like they're like slippers. You just slip them right on. But you can flip the band down and it'll wrap around the back of your foot so it holds on, so they're not like flip-flops.
So
they're like actual shoes.
So I've never owned a pair of Crocs.
And that's your issue because they're awesome to wear. They are definitely like super comfortable.
So you're gonna start wearing them to the gym?
Nah, I wear wrestling shoes. I always wear wrestling shoes. Never wrestled a day in my life, but I'll wear wrestling shoes to the gym.
Now, what's the benefit of those versus just like sneakers or something?
They're flat bottoms, so like my foot is flat all the time. So like I'm flat footed during squats because you don't want your heels raised during squats or deadlifts. You want your heels flat on the ground. And with like a normal running shoe, your heels are going to be raised from like the back of the heel. And also they are very durable. I had one pair that I wore every day to the gym for 4 years straight, and they finally ripped on year 4, and I spent $40 on them, and I was pissed. Only getting 4 years out of a pair of shoes is just garbage.
Sad times.
Sad times. You know what also is sad times?
Tell me.
It's time for our empty ad read. It truly is a sad day for the S.A.M experience. We are suffering from a major loss of a longtime sponsor of the show. Bobby has pulled all of his sponsorships from the podcast, and it's all because Sam supports the mouse. And it's a shame, because in this podcast there's two things that we really, really stand by. So we hate the mouse, and we hate gamers. Well, we're going to try to put this show on for as long as possible without that sweet ad revenue. I don't know what we're going to do. The quality is going to go down even further than what it is before. But we're going to make it work. And we're going to make it work for all 13 of you guys. We really appreciate you sticking around. And always remember, if you want to post a postcard, drop it down in the comments below or direct message us on, I don't know, wherever you can find us, I guess. Thank you again, Bobby, for sponsoring 11 out of the 12 episodes. You can blame Sam in the comments below for our tragic loss. Welcome back to that very sad ad read. How you boys doing?
Oh, it's as you said, it was a sad ad to read, but we're hanging in there, right?
I think so. I don't know about AJ.
I'm eating candy.
Good.
It's gonna make my stomach hurt. So
You gotta keep your spirits up. Well, other than the stomach
Yeah.
hurt.
What kind of candy you eating?
I'm eating. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It is an old school candy. I don't even know, like, where you could find this. I went to a Five Below to find it because Five Below has that big candy section. Do you know what Five Below is?
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, it's like the chain dollar store type thing. Anyway, bottle caps.
Dude, bottle caps are sick, dude. The orange and the root beer one.
Uh huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The root beer one though. Oh my god.
I went there for some other unrelated stuff, like phone accessories, and then I was like, oh, I see that box of candy. I will now buy it.
Here's a question. Laffy Taffy color. What kind of Laffy Taffy color are you guys? Like, what's the color you grab for? If there's a whole bunch of Laffy Taffy, what are you picking?
On the real, probably wouldn't even eat it to begin with.
What?
I'm kind of, yeah, I've only had a couple times, never really been into it. I guess the cherry's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not really a big Laffy Taffy guy.
Sam, you're a cherry
I'm gonna
guy?
agree with what he said. I don't usually grab them, but like if they're in front of me, I'm grabbing the cherry one because it's just I think they're a little like fake feeling, to be honest. Which, I mean, candy, right? But
That's what I'm
even
looking
as far as
No,
candy goes, it's like kind of
They're, you're sorry to cut you off, but yeah, they're real artificial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I love them. I do not like how regular bananas taste, but I love artificial banana, and I will pound back the yellow ones if you put them in front of me.
Do you
Like I'm Joey Chestnut at the hot dog eating competition.
Yo, what, bro? You're gonna leave my man? What's the other guy's name? The Japanese guy.
I don't remember, but I know he's banned from the hot dog eating competition.
Fuck. Why can't I remember his name? It's not Alvin
He's been
Yakitori.
banned
That's from Drake and Josh.
It's Kobayashi is the guy's
Takahiro Kobayashi. There it is. There it is.
Because Step Brothers makes the joke that I'm gonna eat your penis like Kobayashi would. Yeah, that's what I don't know the dude's name, but he's in like every Adam Sandler movie. He's like the assistant to the bad brother, the one who's like successful and sings in the car.
I haven't seen that movie in 15 years.
I don't know. It's a great movie, but Kobayashi's been banned from competitive eating for like years.
Did he cheat?
Yeah, I think it was like a cheating allegation or something.
How do you cheat in competitive eating?
Well, you just don't consume it all. You like hide it.
How do you manage that?
You have yeah.
Nobody will notice you slipping a hot dog in your shirt.
I mean, sure.
The cameras,
if it works, right?
Yeah.
No, you just gotta get really good at sleight of hand so it even looks fake to the camera.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly why he was cheating, but I remember the year after he was like caught, like he was banned from competitive eating. He went onto the rooftop during the hot dog eating competition in New York City, and like during the competition destroyed Joey Chestnut's number, and got like the Guinness World Record for hot dog eating, and just at that current moment.
On his own, like separate from the competition?
Yeah, separate from the competition. Nobody from the competition was involved. Nobody from Nathan's was involved. It was just Guinness World Record and him. And he just was on this rooftop in New York City, and he just pounded him back.
That's sick.
Yeah.
What a hero.
I don't know what other like eating competitions he does now, but Joey Chestnut's like the only one who can who does like a crazy number of hot dogs anymore. And I remember when I was a kid, they were doing like 40, and now they're doing like 75.
It's really evolved as people.
Yeah.
The stomach technology has improved.
Have you guys ever watched Matt Stoney's videos?
No.
He's this competitive eater, and he tried to face Chestnut, I think, in 2018, maybe it was 2017. But I was like, oh yeah, Matt Stoney's gonna kill this. He kills all the challenges he does on his YouTube, and Matt Stoney got like 40, and Joey Chestnut got like 75. There's an episode of Man vs. Food where Joey Chestnut comes on and destroys like a 3-foot-long burrito in under like 4 minutes. It's fucking bonkers. Anyways,
well,
we were supposed to be talking about a topic.
Well, first,
I don't know.
I have one more thing to say on the Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
So before I forget, I wanted to say that. Do you know why the banana flavored Laffy Taffy doesn't taste a thing like bananas?
Why?
Because I read somewhere. I think this is by the way, I read somewhere that they took bananas, right? The current variety of bananas that you go to the store and buy is not like the original variation that they had when like bananas became a commercial product. Okay, there used to be a different like species, like a different subspecies, right? And and they based the flavor of banana Laffy Taffy and most banana flavored candies on that extinct like species that's not like sold in the stores anymore because it got wiped out by some like plague in like the 30s or something.
Holy shit, that's wild.
True story.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be part of our serious topic. We'll talk about the bananas. And about how like bananas just like socially destroyed nations.
That would be heavy. Are you an expert on banana republics in Central America, Max?
I just know that Walmart's number one thing that they keep in all the distribution centers, like 50% of them is bananas. because it's like the #1 thing sold in Walmart.
Oh,
It's
bro,
bananas.
I can tell you this for a fact. I've worked at 3 different grocery stores, right? I worked at Trader
Oh.
Joe's, I worked at Food Town, and I worked at what's it called? A local Italian place. And at all 3 places, we had such a huge stockpile of bananas on hand all the time because they sold like nothing else in the store. I'm not even kidding. That is,
Dang.
I totally believe it.
Dude, that's
I
bananas,
totally believe
man.
it. It is absolutely bananas.
I can't. We need to return to Monk.
Anyway, Max, what are we talking about?
So I had this crippling problem of being late. Not like I actually am late. It's that I'm always so nervous that I'm going to be late. And I think it stems from the movie Suicide Squad, the hit classic 2016 comic book movie Suicide Squad,
Controversial.
starring Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
And that one other guy too, who was you know who I'm talking about.
The guy from Altered Carbon that I don't know his name.
Anyway, so what's the problem with Suicide Squad, Max?
So back in the day, I'm not gonna say any names, but oh shit, we gotta bleep that.
Yeah, let's actually remember
You
to
just
bleep that one.
You doxed
Yeah,
yourself, dude.
I'm gonna mark the time.
Did you just dox yourself again?
I docked myself.
How does this happen every time?
I always do it. I think it's probably like there. Okay. Alright, I marked it. Anyways, so young me sees the trailer for Suicide Squad. And if you know me, you know I love bright colors. And that movie's trailer was bright colors and a dark background. And I was just like, I want to see this movie so bad. And so I arranged for us to see it about 30 minutes from my house. And everybody lives south of me, so it's like 45 minutes from their house. Right? I'm like, hey, guys, I don't want to drive. Somebody volunteers to drive. I'm like, dope. Well, 30 minutes before the movie's going to start, I'm like, where is everybody? They're supposed to pick me up. So I call, and the person who's driving is like, yeah, there was a car in front of mine, and I couldn't get out. I'm leaving my house now. And I'm like, there's no way they're going to make it on time. So I get in my car, and I just gun it. Full pedal. I'm like, I got to see this movie. I spent $15 on this ticket. I got to see this movie. And then I got stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, and I was like 15 to 16 minutes late. And if anybody's watched the Suicide Squad 2016 edition, they know the best part of the movie is the first 15 minutes. So I missed the first 15 minutes. The rest of the group came in like 20 minutes later, because if they wouldn't have stopped to get me, we would have missed basically the whole movie, because I live in the middle of nowhere. And then I had to watch Suicide Squad again, so I had to buy another ticket to watch Suicide Squad so I could figure out what happened in the first 15 minutes.
You spent
Was it worth
$30
it?
on Suicide Squad?
And I do think it was worth it.
I think that's even more incredible, honestly.
Yeah, that.
Dude, I just like, if I'm going to a movie and I know it's going to be bright colors, the brain is off. And I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, but
There's very little movies I don't like. Like, I don't like Casablanca. It's
You mean-
black and white.
Wow.
And also, it's fucking boring.
Max, Suicide Squad had no plot. It was like,
Yeah, but it wasn't boring. It was bright lights, shooting stuff, and fucking stupid taglines.
I think
bro,
I'm not going to see an art piece. I'm going to be entertained for an hour and a
but
half.
did Suicide
Doesn't
Squad
matter.
accomplish that?
I honestly think so. I had fun watching that movie. Would I give that movie above average? Probably not. That's a 5 movie for sure. But I did have fun watching it, so that's something.
I seriously believe you
But-
might be the next step of humanity, dude.
Like, did you guys watch Valerian
No.
Skies in the City of 1,000 Doors or something?
What's it called?
It's like Valerian Skies, the City of 1,000
So,
Planets, maybe.
Wait, I think we had this conversation, Max, because you went and saw it and you came back. You're like, this movie was sick. Like, literally the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome,
And-
but it's like got like a 3 on Metacritic.
Bro, I think I just saw the trailers and I was like, this looks like the most. I can't discern a single like character or location. It's just a bunch of like generic like things. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It looks so like uninteresting. I don't know.
Well, that's like that comic book that it's based off of is what Star Wars was based off of. So like, you're going in thinking like this is gonna
Well,
be nuts.
Hang on, I'm gonna dispute that. I think Star Wars was actually pretty based on Dune.
Maybe this comic book was based on Dune because it's like panel for panel. Like their starship looks like the Millennium Falcon.
When did Dune come out? Wasn't that like a 1970s thing?
Well, the movie. You're thinking the movie. I'm talking like when Herbert wrote the books was before that.
When was that? Like you mean like 1969 or like how far before?
I think Herbert wrote the books back in like the 50s.
Man.
Yeah, because they didn't get popular initially. But yeah, no. So
Either way,
Yeah.
they're shot for shot, and I was like, this is gonna be bonkers. And I love Clara Delevingne in anything she's in, so I'm gonna go watch this movie.
wasn't Clara Delevingne in the Percy Jackson movies?
No,
No.
she was in the Suicide Squad.
Oh, she was the baddie.
She was the baddie in Suicide Squad.
Okay, I see why you like her.
And you thought that she was gonna be a good guy in Suicide Squad because the trailers made her look like a good guy, but she wasn't a good guy.
that
And
was
you're
the
like,
biggest. That was the
"Whoa."
biggest issue with Suicide Squad is that the trailers were not representative of the movie at all.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch trailers anymore. I try not to, at least. But I still enjoyed Suicide Squad, and I enjoyed Valerian Skies in the City of 1,000 Doors.
And yet you have an issue with being late because of this incident.
Because I was late that one time, so now I just have a crippling panic that I'm going to spend $30 on a movie that is like really is okay. And I enjoyed both times watching it, but I spent $30 to watch it.
So it was worth
when
$15,
really all I could have spent.
but
I
it
could've
wasn't
just
worth
spent
$30.
I think it was worth $30. My wallet hurt because I didn't actually have a job.
Oh,
So like I had to drop like $30 of just money I saved up to watch this movie twice.
yeah. Movie tickets being that expensive is criminal. It's just not cool.
It really is criminal.
I remember.
That's why I bought my own projector.
Dude, I remember me and my friend who lived down the street from me. His parents had like one of those like DVR like Comcast packages that gave him like free movie Tuesdays. Do you remember those deals? Or you know what I'm talking about? Because I know some people also had those cards, like those Movie Pass cards. But this was different. This was like every Tuesday, like during the month, like you got assigned a movie like that was in theaters, and as long as it wasn't like the release day, like you could just go see it. So
Like as many times as you wanted?
no, just on Tuesdays you could take like 3 people and go see a movie for free.
What movie theater?
But any that took this deal, like we went to our local one. I remember we saw one of the Star Trek movies, like that first. Remember when that was like with what's
Great
his face?
movies.
Was it Chris Pine?
Yeah.
Chris Pine.
And Chris Hemsworth is his father in the movie?
I don't remember that, but
Yeah, I think Chris Hemsworth is the original Kirk and dies, and then they're just like, you're the new Captain Kirk.
Well, we saw that. I think we saw. What year would that come out? I can't remember what was out in that year. But we ended up seeing a bunch of movies over the course of like a year. It was great. Didn't have to.
Dude, I
spend all
didn't have
money.
that. Sam, did you have that?
I don't remember it now.
Yeah, we're just plebeians. We had to pay for all our movie tickets.
Hey, listen, I was a moocher. I didn't even have this deal. This is my friend.
Hey, that's a win.
Truly.
That's a win. Do you guys have any good movie theater stories?
I have Okay, yeah, I do. Did I tell you? I think I might have told it on here. My Interstellar experience,
I don't think so.
Sam.
I don't remember now.
So neither of you know what I'm talking about.
Neither of us know what you're talking about.
I know Interstellar is a wild movie.
It's a wild movie, but I swear I tell this story pretty often, so I'm surprised I haven't told it on here before. Anyway, I'll make it short. So basically, Interstellar, you all know it. Christopher Nolan, pretty crazy. You got the space Texan. Okay, I was in the fraternity at the time, and I had a car, which was cool because everyone was like, "Oh, AJ, let's just get you to drive us around." So I was like, "Okay." I drove me, some underclass, some younger kids, and then like one of the older brother of the fraternity, and we get to the theater, and we're real early, which is I know is unlike your experience, Max, where you're late sometimes. Um, but we were early, okay, and this is a big theater, and it's not that far away. And we get there, and the one older fraternity brother turns to me, and he's like, "Dude, I forgot something. We got to go back." And I'm like, "Seriously, man? Like, I just want to sit down and like eat my popcorn." He's like, "All right, I'll make it worth your time. Just drive me back to the house real quick. It'll be, it'll be good." So we get in the car, we drive back to the house. He runs out, and he gets in the car, and he's holding some items wrapped in tinfoil. And he goes, "Hey, man,
Oh no.
Max, what do you mean? Oh no."
I know what's wrapped in tinfoil already.
So he starts unwrapping them, and it appears to be a food item, particularly a brownie. And he shoves the brownie into his mouth and eats it real quick. And he goes, "Hey, I don't know if you're into this, man, but here's a pot brownie if you want it." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take that." And he's like, "Yeah, man, you drove me back, so like here you go." So anyway, took that, drove to the theater. Um, this is young AJ, so I'm like not really aware of like what I should expect. So I sit down in the theater, and I mean, you've seen the movie, the whole first like
I have
third.
not seen the movie.
Well, the first third of the movie, they're like on Earth, right? They're building up the plot, etc., etc. I'm just chilling. There's a big point right after like the first third of the movie where they're all of a sudden like ready to get on with their like grand adventure. They're gonna go to space, practically, right?
Oh.
And as this rocket is like taking off into space, and it's like a whole like you got Hans Zimmer like fucking blasting orchestral pieces. The music in that movie, by the way, is outstanding, and the cinematography was so good. And it was just this like epic scene of like the ship taking off and everything. And then all of a sudden, it dawned on me that I was like stony baloney. I was like, as the rocket left the planet, Max, my mind had separated from the rest of my body.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So
I knew it was going to happen right as the peak happened. That's always when the drug kick.
well, and that's why I'm never gonna forget it because I've never had an experience like that before ever. And that was like the best movie theater experience of all time. Second place probably goes to like when I saw the first Star Wars of the new trilogy, The Force Awakens, with my brother and sister, because just like seeing a Star Wars movie like that after like so many years of no Star Wars was so cool. Like I never went and saw any of the original trilogy ones in theaters, so I guess technically,
Seeing one in theaters blew you away.
yeah, that was the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters, and those movies are absolutely made to be seen in a movie theater.
Agreed. Me and Sam saw Rogue One and snuck in Chipotle.
Oh my god! Like bowls or
Yep.
burritos?
Bowls, dude.
Well,
Oh.
he did bowl. I did a burrito. I don't know how he did a bowl.
What a legend, Mike! How'd you do that?
I'm pretty sure Max is the one who goaded me into bringing a bowl.
So what I did was I had a hoodie on and then I had my leather jacket on, right? And I put the burrito in my hoodie pocket, my little poncho, and then I zipped up my leather jacket. But the burrito was so heavy that it dragged down my pocket, so it looked like I was just fat. And I had like a fold in front of my pantular area. And then I walked in, and then I took my burrito out, put it in the chair, and then I walked out and just walked right by the guy who saw me, and I was skinny again, and I drank some water and went back inside. Well, Sam tucked his jacket into his pants, unzipped it, and then put the burrito bowl inside his jacket and then zipped it up again.
And I just had my hands in my pockets the whole time, like my coat
Yeah,
pockets
and
up
then
front.
when we got inside, he unzipped and it was his burrito bowl.
Oh my god. Wait, so let me just say that Chipotle is like top 5 smelliest food you could get. Like when I go to Chipotle, that smell lingers, dude. You know what I mean, right?
I had no idea
Yeah.
what you're
Like-
talking about.
Yeah.
What? You could smell Chipotle from miles down the street.
I don't know what you're talking
dude.
about, bro.
How did they not? How did
Yeah,
they
nobody
not
said anything.
suspect? And wait
Oh,
a
I was
second, Sam.
unwrapping the burrito during. I was slowly peeling the tinfoil off during the movie. But that's not the worst. I have a buddy who would go get GNC bags. Because, like, one time we would go to the movie theater in the
GNC?
mall sometimes. GNC, it's like a
Oh,
protein store.
Yeah, the drugstore or the
Yeah, he would
supplement
go in
store.
there and ask for a bag, and just a bag. And then he would get they had Japanese teriyaki, like chicken teriyaki, at one of the food court places, and he would get that and a large soda, and then he would put it in the bag and pretend like he had bought protein, and go into the movie theater, and you open that up and it fumigated across the room.
Come on, dude. Wait, and nobody like sees this like sagging bag full of Japanese like takeout.
That's the thing, is you don't get paid enough in a movie theater to care.
Oh, that's a good point, dude.
So you can bring in. I watched Sam take a water bottle from outside the movie theater, literal one that's like a Walmart brand water bottle. Walk into the movie theater, put his water bottle on the kiosk that they ripped the tickets at. They ripped the ticket. Sam grabs his water bottle again and walks right by him, and then goes and fills his water bottle up at the water fountain right behind him. And they didn't say a single word.
You just gotta have
mean,
confidence.
True.
I
Absolutely
always
true.
sneak stuff in. I refuse to
should.
pay for things.
You should. It's like your civic duty as an American to like sneak food into a movie theater. It's just the right thing to do.
Yeah. Next time, I'm going to take my dad's grill. He's got a little portable grill. I'm going to grill me up some hot dogs in the parking lot, wrap those bad boys up, and walk right the fuck in. Imagine eating hot dogs and watching Suicide Squad 2.
Oh my God, there's a second movie, isn't there?
It's it's apparently not related to the first movie whatsoever.
Well, this one has John Cena in it, right?
Dude, and John Cena's scene in the trailer is so hilarious.
I don't think I've seen the trailer.
How John Cena describes his character, he's just like, yeah, I'm a douchey Captain America. And I was like, cool, I'm sold.
Sounds good.
Oh, God, it's going to be crazy.
Sam, what about you? Outside of the Chipotle, is there any other memorable movie theater experiences you've had?
No, not really, honestly, man.
You're just a standard issue kind of guy? It's fair.
Literally all my crazy movie experiences really have been stirred from Sam. Besides when going to see the Joker. Are we going to live in a society, boys?
Oh, Max. Do you want to?
Now, I hate that movie. I did not enjoy that movie. You want to know why?
Go ahead, Max.
The colors.
Colors.
It wasn't good colors.
Nah, it was too serious, too dark.
Well, I really thought he could have solved all of his problems by hitting the rack,
True.
but that's just
True.
me. But my mom's like, hey, I want to see this movie. I'm like, I love seeing movies with you, Mom. Let's go see this movie. So we go to this movie. We have assigned seats. We sit down. This creepy guy sits down next, like a seat down from her. So I switch seats with her because the dude is just kind of creepy. And neither of us liked the movie, but we thought each other liked the movie. So we stayed for the whole movie.
The best.
So you were both afraid to admit that it was bad. So you kind of
Yeah.
canceled each other out and just like stayed for the whole thing.
We just sat there the whole movie.
Let me ask you something, Max. That brings up a good point. Have you ever walked out of a movie before?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't something you do anyway. So you were going to stay regardless, pretty much.
I'm pretty dumb.
Well, that's
So
not
I like
what
pretty
I was.
much any movie you throw in front of me.
Um,
There's very little movies I dislike.
Sam, have you ever walked out of a movie?
Nah. Nah.
Yeah, neither have I. Anyway,
Man, we really walking out on movies.
yeah. I mean, listen, you paid the money.
If
you
you
gotta sit
could
through
go
it.
back and
Wait.
walk out in a movie,
I
what
feel like I
movie would
have
you
walked
walk
out on a
on?
movie before. Actually, I can't remember what movie it was. Oh yeah, I walked out of a movie. I got my ticket changed, but I can't remember what the movie it was. Which reminds me, if you guys are having like problems with like a ticket or like a movie or whatever, you can get them to switch your ticket over to another movie pretty easily, so long as you show up on time.
Why don't you just walk into the next movie?
You could also do that.
I don't condone this whatsoever.
Hey Max, I mean you could have done this for the situation you told us earlier about, all right, but you didn't.
But I'm a law-abiding
Exactly.
citizen. If we were on the D&D chart, I would be lawful good.
I'm glad, honestly.
Actually, probably not lawful good. Maybe lawful neutral.
Anyway, I'm sitting here trying to think of what movie I would have walked out of. Do you have an answer to that, Sam? Or because Max, you said you probably would have walked out of Joker.
I probably would have walked out of Joker if I... Because I just, like, halfway through the movie, I was just like,
Checked out.
I was just like, when are we going to get to the colors, people?
Seen enough.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough of gray and brown. Let me get some colors, people. But the end scene where he kills a guy is really, really wild.
Yeah, alright. Well, actually, yeah. The scenes where he's killing people is pretty intense. It's pretty solid. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that movie's dark, not just in color wise, Max. Like that movie's just like dark content wise.
Yeah, but I'm not there for the content. I'm there for the colors, dude.
So then you were in the wrong movie, my friend.
I was in 100% the wrong movie. You know what's actually a really dark movie that I really liked? Like, color-wise?
What's up?
Fast and Furious 5? No, wait. 3.
4. 4 is the dark
4
one.
is the dark one, okay.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. But Venom, the Spider-Man villain movie?
Well, because, and I'll tell you why you loved it, Max, is because even though the colors and everything were dark, the movie was so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and I was just like, Lawrence Fishburne as Venom, I think? This is awesome.
what is it? Wait, what? I thought it was Tom Hardy.
No, Tom Hardy isn't the symbiote.
Yo.
Tom
Wait, what?
Tom Hardy plays
the guy
who I forgot what the dude's Eddie Brock.
Yeah, who becomes
I'm talking about. I thought Venom's the name of the alien.
I thought like once like the alien and what's his face? Eddie Brock become, team up, then they become Venom. I think I don't
Maybe.
Listen for those listeners out there who know the answer to this and are listening to us butcher it, I apologize.
All I know is I'm pretty sure the alien's name is Venom.
Okay.
Maybe when they come together, they're also called Venom, but I'm pretty sure it's Venom.
So Lawrence Fishburne was Venom.
I think he was the voice.
I could not have recognized that.
I'm looking it up.
Because
Because there's going to be a sequel, so I wanted to watch it.
there is going to be a sequel. I saw they dropped the trailers, and the trailers look just as uninteresting as the first movie.
And I'm like, I'm in.
Well, because there's going to have
Sign me the fuck up.
Well, they have Woody Harrelson as the psychopathic ginger guy who becomes Carnage, I think. So
yeah.
So you're gonna have Eddie Brock and Carnage and Lawrence Fishburne and Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson.
I
all
may
just
have been wrong.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking for.
There's no way I was
Lawrence
right.
Fishburne in the. Maybe he did the voice of both.
He voiced Eddie Brock.
Oh, maybe he did voice Venom. Here, why you guys entertain the crowd while I figure this out.
Sam, did you see Venom?
I did not see Venom actually.
You're better off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad like Suicide Squad bad, but like it was like how do I describe it? It's like those movies that from like maybe last decade where like they had the visuals of being like really gritty and serious, but like
Oh no.
ended off coming off as like really corny and dumb. It was kind of a callback to that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's like all the imitation movies, right? They saw how dark that the what is it? I guess the Dark Knight was, and they
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
yeah, being dark makes a movie good. Like, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Oh no. And that set a whole generation of movies in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what I'm talking
Exactly.
about. Exactly.
People pick out
Dude,
like the
exactly.
thing that they liked about the movie. They think that that's kind of you can base the whole movie around that one concept or whatever. Like, oh, it's superheroes, but they're dark and they're gritty. Isn't that realistic?
I mean,
Whether that's
yeah,
realistic or not, it's just not. It's not, that doesn't make a good movie on
well,
its own.
exactly. The Dark Knight, like, it worked for The Dark Knight because that movie was sick. Like, you had Christian Bale, you had Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Like, that movie was just incredible. And then, everybody tried to imitate it, and it was all just like, oh no,
Exactly.
oh, stop, please. You just, yeah.
Okay, I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Regarding,
Lawrence Fishburne did not have anything to do with this movie.
he was completely uninvolved.
Not involved. He just sounds so. Apparently, Tom Hardy does the voice of Venom, but they throw it through a whole bunch of different stuff. And what they do is during those scenes that he was talking, the sound guy would play Venom's voice, and it would be like almost like a back and forth. So it wasn't just like Tom Hardy just like randomly saying things and not hearing Venom's voice.
So he's talking to
While he was
himself. He's
acting.
having a conversation with himself.
So it was like almost like he was having a conversation with himself, a pre-recorded conversation with himself.
Because I was gonna say, like, there's no way they paid Lawrence Fishburne like $8 million to like throw his voice through like some scrambler,
Yeah.
when they could just have like the sound tech guy do that instead. It wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Venom 10 out of 10. Nah, probably not a 10 out of 10.
Definitely.
7 out of 10.
Oh, Max, that's a strong rating.
Yeah, I think it was above average.
So okay, Joker. Okay, okay. So based on your rating system, what would you give Joker?
Probably a 5 out of 10. That's an average movie.
Okay. What have you seen before that would rank lower than that? Because you considered like walking, just like straight up walking out of Joker. So like, how bad does a movie have to be?
I watched Sharknado and I was like, wow, that's a kind of a good movie.
I mean, Sharknado was pretty solid.
Because it's entertaining.
Yeah. I don't know. Start rattling off movies that were bad, and I'll tell you if I thought they were good or not.
I mean, this the new Star Wars trilogy, like, but you enjoyed those, right?
I think 8 was a 4. I think 8 was worse than Joker. I think I'd rather watch Joker than watch 8 again.
Which one was 8?
Even the colors couldn't draw me in on that movie. Besides the ramming scene. Never mind. The ramming scene, that's a 6 out of 10 movie.
8 was the middle one, Sam.
You don't want to hear my thoughts on 8. Let's move on.
What was it called? That was the
Star Wars, insert some verbs here.
I can't remember because the last one is The Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah,
right?
you had The Force Awakens.
It was The Last Jedi.
Oh, The Last Jedi. Because the name has nothing to do with the goddamn movie.
That would have been so great for the title of the last film.
There's an argument that everybody says that all the Star Wars movies have wrong titles. Like, you can flop all 9 of them around and it makes it perfect. It makes them all perfect, and it's an awesome video. I'll send it to you guys later.
Thanks, Max.
What other movies are bad? I'll tell you what I think about them.
In recent memory, I'm trying to think of movies that just got like dragged.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll watch with some of the newer Adam Sandler movies and go, that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, Adam Sandler is pretty consistent. He's had some like meh movies, but like, all right, Max, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? There you go. Have we had this conversation?
Oh, nah.
No.
Probably 8 Crazy Nights.
Wow, that was not the answer I was expecting.
Yeah, that one's got a lot of childhood memory in it.
You,
8 Crazy Nights or Big Daddy.
I,
Or Little Nicky. Little Nicky's a good one too.
I was expecting you to say what's it?
Happy Gilmore.
No, because Happy Gilmore is my favorite.
Waterboy.
No, you don't seem like a Waterboy fan.
Mr.
Either.
Deeds.
No, I was gonna say Billy Elliot.
The one where he goes back to school.
Yeah, no, not Billy Elliot. What's it called? Yeah, that one.
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. What's Billy Elliot? That's like the Broadway play. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, 8 Crazy Nights though, Max. Interesting.
8 Crazy Nights. I haven't watched it in years, but I like that movie. Sam?
It's a good question, man. Give me something else.
Like another question or just
expand on your answers a little bit more.
I like 8 Crazy Nights because it's just like you don't get Hanukkah movies. Even though I'm not Jewish nor Christian, I just think it's cool that they have a representation in that movie, even though that the movie is like just a total joke the whole time.
Well,
but it's fun.
But because Adam Sandler could pull it off, because
yeah, he's Adam Sandler.
He's Adam Sandler. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that movie start to finish.
You know what my biggest regret is?
Tell me.
Is during Halloween, Jerry proposed we watched the new Adam Sandler movie, and I totally forgot about it.
Was that Uncut Gems?
No, not Uncut Gems. That's he made an actual Halloween movie.
Oh, it's recently. Like a classic Adam Sandler style movie?
It's more like his newer stuff.
Oh,
like kind of like wacky.
I'm definitely out of the loop in terms of his movies. I'm really only familiar with like some of those classics, like The Waterboy.
His newer movies have been received very, very low.
I know Jack and Jill's like the big joke.
Yeah, I actually like that one. I think
he talks about how he does those movies just because he wants to hang out with his friends.
So, like Rob Schneider.
Like Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider was just in Grown Ups. I don't think he's been in another movie since. Rob Schneider. All right, Sam, you got an idea? You got an answer?
I do not.
Sam, have you ever seen an Adam Sandler?
I've seen like 2 or 3. So I saw. I really haven't seen a lot of them. I saw the one where he like forgets his memory or whatever, or his wife forgets his memory. They're on like a boat or something.
Click. Wait.
No, 51st Dates.
Yeah. I saw that one. I saw The Waterboy.
Oh, Click is a good movie.
I saw the one where he's got anger issues.
Anger management. That's a kid.
And wasn't he like a cop in one of them? Shoot.
I don't remember him being a cop.
No, I'm thinking of something completely different. But Kindergarten Cop kind of seems like an Adam Sandler movie, right?
That's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Bro, but it seems like it would be an Adam Sandler movie. Am I right? No.
Based on the title, yeah.
Yeah, based on the title, yes. I can picture Adam Sandler doing that voice, the kid voice he does all the time.
Jeez.
Anyways,
at some point I'm gonna have to like sit down and watch all of his movies and like rank them.
Maybe that'll be a podcast tab where we slowly go through all his movies.
We've put so many ideas out for things to do. We just don't get around to them. Like we had planned to watch that one like LARPing series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Sam, you saw that, right?
No, actually, I didn't.
You didn't get around.
I didn't get around to it. Crazy that it works out, right?
Crazy to me, man.
It's almost like we say we're gonna do stuff and we never do it. Anyways, what did we learn today?
I learned that Max says shit every day. Oh wait, I'm out of turn. What?
All right, we're gonna go in reverse. No, that's not even reverse. That's from the middle.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Fucked up. This is a catastrophe. So Max, what'd you learn? Wait, no shit.
Oh, we're going.
No.
We can't go back.
No, we have to go backwards. I'm going last. I can't.
But are you gonna end it on something?
Oh no,
good,
okay, I'll let you end it then, because
you got to end it on a good clutch.
All right, if you're good clutcher, gonna scare off the sponsors again.
Sam, you were the one who scared off
Oh
the
my
sponsors this week.
Hey, just because he wanted to.
You support the mouse.
Yeah, well, Sam was just trying to plug China. It's
Well,
fine.
you know, we love a lot of people here.
We do. We love people of all different types.
It's true.
Okay, we're going backwards now. So Sam's got to close it.
All right, Max, start this whole bit again. Just take it from the top.
So wait, are we going backwards?
I don't know. Is
We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna do the mas experience today.
You mean the
The
Moss?
mass.
The Moss?
The Moss.
Live Moss.
We live Moss. Today I learned we're no longer the Sam experience. We're the Moss experience. We will spend every day reviewing a new Taco Bell product.
Yeah, I heard Taco Bell sponsoring us now.
Hashtag live Moss.
Hashtag
AJ, what'd you learn today?
Porque no los dos. Yeah, no, I learned that you say shit every day, Max. No, that's not true. I learned about the dirty bulk. I truly, and now I have it just firmly solidified in my mind. Just the glory of a dirty bulk. I also learned that Rich Piana died of a cocaine overdose in his hotel room.
Shout out to cocaine.
All right.
Anyway.
And I learned that everybody in the bulking ecosystem is on roids, including Max. And also, we will now read the PRC's anthem live.
What?